Yes, down here with the little hat.
Oh, there's
an excellent question.
California, Texas, and Canada.
No, there's more. There's a lot more than that. Singapore. They're all over the country and all over the world. And you know, the thing is that the ones that work in anime, there's maybe about 10, 12 of them, maybe I'd say.
Wow, that's more than I would have thought.
But you know, the thing is though, that's including in-house places like Funimation. But you know, even you have Okatron working with you too. On top of that, and then you know, there's like 5 studios, and then occasionally you get these mystery studios that just pop up in LA and do dubs that you don't even know who they are. They don't even put their name in the credit, but you know, it's like, I didn't do it, so you're wondering about that. And you know, in New York there's NYAV Post, and there's Tripwire Productions, and there's other companies, and then there's, Coastal Carolina, or whatever they're called now. You know,
but if you're talking anime, then really it is Vancouver, LA, Texas, and New York.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're talking like video game places, you can do that.
It could be everywhere. I mean, they record, I've seen them literally record in like 20 different states around, and around the world, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is also true.
Well, it is that technology. I just directed a game where my clients were in Japan. I was in LA directing the actors, because my clients in Japan were deathly afraid of the swine flu coming and killing them all. And they would not come out here. Well, their company would let them come out. They wanted to come out here and have fun in LA. But, so we had to literally work with these remote connections where we would use the internet to connect. We had something called Source Connect, where they could hear exactly what we were recording in the studio booth. In a studio in Tokyo. At the same time, I had a couple of actors in Texas one actor in Texas who had broken his leg and he couldn't fly out to do the role that we had cast him for. So we had to one time do a 3-way connection between Austin and our place in LA and Tokyo. And the sad thing was, we were working from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. These poor guys in Tokyo were working from 2 a.m. to 11 a.m. every night for 5 nights a week. Wow. So, you know, but that's what the technology is like. Soon, all voice actors are just going to work out of their house. They'll just like connect up and they'll just go to their microphone and do their job.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's how I like to work.
Way back in the back with the cowboy hat on. With the top hat on. It's very dark. Sorry? A bridge?
Like overdubbing.
What? Spoofs? I have never heard of a bridge series, have you?
Are you talking about like real
Abridged?
Oh, you mean like the pork chop sandwiches with the G.I. Joe things or something? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I love those. They're hilarious.
Yeah, sure, that's funny. Don't sell them. That's illegal.
Yeah, but I watch on YouTube. Pork chop sandwich is my favorite.
If it's funny, go for it. Yay, funny. Yes, in the front row with the, yes.
I have 2 questions. One, or it's for all 3 of you. One is like, for all the characters you guys played, which ones do you admire the most? And second, what exactly are the ups and downs of voice acting?
We need about 6 more hours.
Go for it.
Okay, well, what do I admire about the characters I've played?
Well, like, which one do you admire that you've played?
Well, I admire elements of all of them, you know, in different ways. You know, something like Wolverine I admire just because he can take a shot. Leon I admire because he's not afraid to express himself, as a lot of men might be. Yaki Doodle I admire because he was one of my childhood, heroes. There's, you just pick something that you can lock onto. As an actor, you have to pick something that you can connect with. And for me, I guess that would be, admiring them in some way or another. I like the way they sound. I like the way they move. I like the way they think. Spike, I like the way he fights. I like his nasty attitude. You know, he just seems pissed off and apathetical all the time, so I like that. And the ups and downs of the voiceover industry, wow. I guess the ups would be when you work and the downs would be when you don't. Yeah, I guess when I'm working, I'm a happy guy. I'm really happy, and you know, even if it's really brutal and we're doing, you know, crazy game sessions and I feel like I'm bleeding out of every orifice, I'm happy that at least I'm working. And when I'm not, I'm always thinking about that next job and, you know, start questioning my skills and all that stupid stuff. So for me, that would be the greatest diversity between the two.
I really respect Riza Hawkeye in Full Metal Alchemist. I think she's dedicated, and in the manga even more so. I really am interested in Yuko, and I would love to know more of her backstory. Yuko from Holic and Tsubasa's series. I think that she is very wise, and I enjoy wisdom. And ups and downs. I think one of the major ups of voice acting is the freedom. I mean, I don't have to I can come in my pajamas, I can tailor my schedule. Heck yes, I've directed in my pajamas. I can tailor my schedule however I want. I hate mornings, so most of the time I don't come in until 2. And I stay there until 10, but you know, I don't come in until 2. And I think that's fantastic. When in an industry like this, like if I was doing film, I would be up at 4 o'clock in the morning for a 7 o'clock call to get into makeup and look all pretty and stuff, instead of eating the cheeseburger that I had for lunch. And then the downs would be, obviously we don't get paid as much as those people who are not eating cheeseburgers and are coming in at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, there's not a lot of downs to it. I love it.
Well, since I am not an accomplished actor like these two wonderful people, I will sort of defer to the next question, I think. But I would say my life is kind of like one of those, you know, biopics about one of those great jazz musicians, you know, that the ups are when you're in the business, you know, when you're playing the music, when you're in there in the booth, just seeing it all come together and things like that. And the downs are basically everything in between, but you're just waiting for the, you know, you're coming off that high, basically. And you're like, when's the next one?
Hey, come on. Yeah.
One last thing.
Yes, oh wait, I said I would go back to you.
Just one last little thing. So you guys.
You already.
Sorry.
Yes.
Alright, this is for Steve. Could you do the conversation between Orochimaru and Tom?
Orochimaru and Tom, that'd be interesting. So, Orochimaru, when are you gonna come back to the network? I can go anywhere I like. I don't even have to listen to you. In fact, I'm not going to acknowledge your presence. Either before or after I eat you. Okay, I'm good.